Hello. In this film, I'll be showing you how to work with changes in the Revision Manager app in BIMeye. Start by creating a case in BIMeye. The case can be a revision or some other type. I can then link different kinds of changes to this case. A change can be a 3D cloud in Revit or a 2D cloud in Revit. It can also be an object that has been changed that I want to mark as a changed object, or a manual change that I make in BIMeye without a link to any model. When I have made my changes, I link them to a case, which allows me to keep a track of which changes belong to which case. I can work with my changes in BIMeye and add several properties to them and describe them better. What they involve, maybe a change in time or a cost. I can also continue working on my changes in the model. I can update them so they have the correct information. And I can also keep a track of which changes are visible on which drawings and sync that information to the database. Once I have done that, I also want to create reports on which changes are included in a revision. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'll start by logging into BIMeye. I log into BIMeye with my user details and select the project that I want to work on from the projects I have access to. When I get to the start page in BIMeye, I choose an app from those apps that are available. I choose Revision Manager. In Revision Manager, I start by creating a new case to which I can then link my changes. I go to a case and add a new case, open it and save it. Once I've created my case, I can click on it to open it. Here, I can also enter more information about this case. Which parameters and how they should work can be freely configured when I start a new project. Now I can start linking changes to my case. A change can be created manually in BIMeye and then not have a link to the model. Maybe it's a document that has been changed, or something else I want to link to this case. I enter a short description to explain it's a manual change and save. I can also create changes in the model. I go on to Revit. Changes can look different. It can be a 3D cloud that I create via the feature in our BIMeye add-in that I have installed in Revit. I now choose to create a 3D cloud and place it where the change has been made. And then choose which of the active cases in the database I want to link my change to. I can enter a description. The information about this cloud is now saved to BIMeye. I can also create L-shaped clouds. Another way to mark that something has changed is to use Revit's revision feature. If I now draw a revision cloud, this cloud will automatically be linked to the revision concerned that I have synchronized from BIMeye. In Properties, I can enter a comment on this cloud. And then synchronize the information to BIMeye. I can also make changes and enter more text. For example, if I work with door planning, I may go in and change the property of a door that has been drawn and already described. I want to tell everyone in the project that this door has been changed. I can mark a door and choose Selected Objects under Revision Manager to mark it as changed, and I can also enter an explanation and save. Now I've created a number of different changes in my model. If I want to display the changes made in the current view, I can always choose Show Changes to show the changes that belong to a particular revision. They are then marked in blue so I can easily check what has been changed in this view. I can now go back to BIMeye. I go into BIMeye and select Changes, and I can now choose to see the changes that came from the model that I worked on in Revit. And here we can see the 3 changes that I created in my model. In BIMeye, I can work on my changes. I can go in and add more descriptions, supplement with more parameters if necessary. I can also link appendices and pictures to my changes if I want to show more clearly what has been changed. I can also work on commenting on the changes and create threads where I can see conversations around a change in my project. I can also state whether my cases are active or closed. I can only link changes to active ones from my model. And if I close a case, I can update the view of the changes that are linked to that case. If I have a change that belongs to the wrong case, there are features to move the changes from one case to another. If I go back to the model, I can also continue working with my changes here. With the features here, Edit, Change, I can go in and change if I have entered the wrong comment or linked my change to the wrong case, and I can then edit it. With the Feature Update sheet, I can get help in finding which drawings the changes are displayed, and also choose if the drawing should be updated with information in the revision line and with a revision letter. So if I go to Update, I have to choose on which revision it should track the changes and display the drawings from. I get a list of all the drawings that contain changes. In this case, it is Revision 1. Here I'm able to choose if any of these drawings should not be part of this mailing and marked with a revision. So if I mark which drawings I want to update and select OK. Once I have done this, the revision line on the drawing will be updated with information as to which revision it belongs to. The information about the drawings is synchronized back to BIMeye. So if I go back to BIMeye, I can now see which drawings the different changes are on. If I then go in and click on my change, I can go to the Drawing tab and see a list of the drawings that this particular change is on. I can also see on which revision this change is on and on which drawing. We can show all these changes in different reports. Select Changes. Here we may have many different cases and several changes within these cases. Then I need to search all changes that belong to a particular case. I can filter for them and mark those I want to include on my report. Select Create Report. The reports are configurable and we can adjust the layouts to our customers' requirements. You can also export to Excel. I receive an Excel file that contains exactly what I see on the screen, the changes I see and that I've marked, and the columns I see are what will be in my report. If I go to Create Report, I can choose one of the templates here and give my report a name, enter who created it and save it. The layout of the report can be customised to the requirements, and I can then print out a change revision. If you think this looks interesting and wants to find out more about Revision Manager or one of our other apps, you are welcome to contact us. You can also find more information on our homepage, www.bimeye.com, where you will also find contact details for us.